Hey everyone, it's your friend. And listen up, because we're about to embark on a virtual journey across the good old US of A. That's right, we're talking about the top 5 cities you absolutely have to visit. From the bright lights of Times Square to the soulful sounds of New Orleans, we're covering it all. Whether you're a foodie, a history buff, or just looking for an unforgettable adventure, trust me, this video is your golden ticket. So, grab your imaginary suitcases, because we're about to dive into a whirlwind of iconic landmarks, delicious eats, and experiences you won't find anywhere else. Get ready to be amazed. All right, let's kick things off with the one and only, the Big Apple, New York City. Imagine this. You're walking down the street, a hot dog vendor on one corner, a yellow cab whizzing by. It's electric. First things first, you gotta see the Statue of Liberty. I mean, she's iconic. Picture this. You're on a ferry, wind in your hair, Lady Liberty getting closer and closer. It's a moment, you guys, a real moment. Then, of course, there's Times Square. It's bright, it's loud, it's like the whole world decided to have a party in one intersection. And speaking of bright lights, Broadway people, the music, the costumes, the talent. It's like stepping into another world. Now, if you need a break from all the excitement, take a stroll through Central Park. It's like a little slice of peace and quiet right in the middle of all the craziness. You can have a picnic, people watch, maybe even spot a celebrity walking their dog. You never know. And speaking of food, oh boy, New York has it all. Pizza, bagels, cheesecake. Get ready for a food coma, my friends. But trust me, it's worth every bite. Don't forget about the museums. The Met, MoMA, the Natural History Museum. You could spend a whole week just exploring those. From art to history to science. New York has something for everyone. And you know me, I gotta talk about the shopping. Fifth Avenue, Soho, vintage stores in Brooklyn. Get ready to shop till you drop. Oh, and before I forget, you have to, and I mean have to, see the city from the top of the Empire State Building. The view? Breathtaking. Absolutely breathtaking. New York City, you guys. It's a whirlwind, it's an experience, it's a must visit. Trust me on this one. Next stop, we're heading west to beautiful San Francisco. Get ready for stunning views, charming neighborhoods, and maybe even a little fog. Hey, it's part of the charm. First up, the Golden Gate Bridge. You can't go to San Francisco and not see this iconic bridge. Walk across it, bike across it, or just admire it from afar. It's a sight you won't forget. Now, who wants to ride a cable car? These little cars climbing up and down those hills are classic San Francisco. Plus, it's the perfect way to see the city from a different perspective. And speaking of views, Alcatraz Island. Hop on a ferry and take a trip to the most infamous prison in America. It's a little spooky, a little fascinating, and definitely worth a visit. Now, let's talk food. San Francisco is a foodie's paradise. From fresh seafood at Fisherman's Wharf to sourdough bread bowls filled with creamy clam chowder, your taste buds are in for a treat. And you can't forget about Chinatown. It's one of the oldest and largest Chinatowns outside of Asia, and it's an explosion of colors, smells, and delicious food. Oh, and if you're looking for a little hipster vibe, head over to the Mission District. Street art, cool cafes, vintage shops. It's the perfect place to spend an afternoon exploring. And you know me, I love a good park. Golden Gate Park is like San Francisco's version of Central Park. It's huge, it's beautiful, and it's the perfect place to relax and enjoy the California sunshine. San Francisco, you guys. It's a city that has it all. Beauty, culture, history, and some seriously good food. Don't miss it. Chapter 3. New Orleans. Let the good times and the jazz roll. Get ready to jazz it up, because we're heading down south to New Orleans. This city is all about soul, the music, the food, the people. It's an experience like no other. First stop, the French Quarter. This is where it all started, folks. Historic buildings, wrought iron balconies, gas lamps lighting the streets. It's like stepping back in time. And speaking of stepping back in time, let's talk about Mardi Gras. If you want to experience New Orleans at its most vibrant, this is the time to come. Parades, costumes, beads, music. It's a party for the ages. But even if you don't make it for Mardi Gras, New Orleans knows how to party. Head to Bourbon Street for live music, street performers, and a whole lot of fun. Now let's talk food. New Orleans is a foodie's dream come true. Beignets at Café du Monde, gumbo, jambalaya, po' boys. Get ready to indulge. And you can't forget about the music. Jazz, blues, soul, funk. New Orleans is the birthplace of it all. Head to Preservation Hall for a truly authentic jazz experience. Or just wander the streets and let the music be your guide. Oh, and if you're looking for something a little spooky, take a ghost tour. New Orleans is known for its haunted history, and you might just have a ghostly encounter of your own. New Orleans, you guys. It's a city that will capture your heart and your stomach. Get ready to dance, eat, and experience the soul of America. Chapter 4. Chicago. Deep dish pizza and dazzling skylines. Hold on to your hats, because we're off to the Windy City, Chicago. Get ready for stunning architecture, world-class museums, and of course, some seriously delicious pizza. First things first, the skyline. Chicago's skyline is legendary, and for good reason. Take a walk along the Chicago River Walk for the best views, or head up to the sky deck at Willis Tower. You might know it as the Sears Tower, for a view that will take your breath away. Speaking of architecture, Chicago is an architecture lover's dream. From the iconic Wrigley Building to the stunning Tribune Tower, there's something amazing to see around every corner. And let's not forget about the art. The Art Institute of Chicago is one of the best in the world, and it's home to masterpieces like Grant Wood's American Gothic and Edward Hopper's Nighthawks. Now, let's talk pizza. Chicago is known for its deep dish pizza, and trust me, it's a must-try. Thick crust, piled high with toppings, and baked to cheesy perfection. It's a pizza experience like no other. And if you're looking for a little retail therapy, head to the Magnificent Mile. It's Chicago's answer to Fifth Avenue, and it's packed with high-end stores, department stores, and everything in between. Oh, and you can't forget about Millennium Park, home to the famous Bean sculpture. It's actually called Cloud Gate, but everyone calls it the Bean. Crown Fountain, and Lurie Garden. It's the perfect place to spend an afternoon enjoying the city. Chicago, you guys. It's a city that's both sophisticated and down to earth, with something to offer everyone. Get ready to be charmed. Chapter 5. Austin. Keep it weird, keep it wonderful. Last but not least, we're heading to the heart of Texas, Austin. Get ready for live music, delicious barbecue, and a whole lot of quirky charm. First things first, the music. Austin is known as the live music capital of the world, and for good reason. From legendary venues like the Continental Club to massive festivals like South by Southwest, SXSW, and Austin City Limits, there's always something to see and hear in this town. And speaking of festivals, Austin knows how to throw a party. South by Southwest, Austin City Limits. Fun, fun, fun fest. No matter what time of year you visit, there's bound to be a festival going on. Now, let's talk food. Austin is a barbecue lover's paradise. Brisket, ribs, sausage, all smoked low and slow to perfection. It's enough to make your mouth water just thinking about it. And you can't forget about the food trucks. Austin is known for its food truck scene, and you can find everything from tacos to Korean barbecue to gourmet grilled cheese sandwiches. Oh, and if you're looking for a way to cool off from the Texas heat, head to Barton Springs Pool. It's a natural spring-fed pool right in the heart of the city, and it's the perfect place to relax and unwind. And you know me, I love a good mural. Austin is covered in murals, and they're the perfect backdrop for a photo op. So grab your camera and get ready to strike a pose. Austin, you guys. It's a city that's full of life, energy, and a whole lot of heart. Get ready to keep it weird and have an amazing time. Outro. And that's a wrap, travelers. Well, folks, there you have it. 5 incredible cities, each one bursting with its own unique flavor. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to pack my bags and hit the road. From the electrifying streets of New York City to the soulful sounds of New Orleans, we've covered a whole lot of ground, and hopefully, I've inspired you to add a few, or all, of these amazing destinations to your travel bucket list. Remember, life is short, the world is wide, and there's an adventure waiting for you in every corner of this beautiful country. So get out there, explore, and make some memories. And hey, if you happen to bump into a certain talk show host on your travels, come say hi. You never know, you might just end up dancing with me on national television.